What's up, friends? Michael McFarland here, giving you the Lake Fork Daily Rundown for May 1st. Awesome times on the Goat Lake. I gotta tell you, it's getting better and better. Fish are starting to move offshore, get some post-spawn fish starting to group up. A lot more consistency. Had pretty good south wind today, so the topwater bite was pretty hard to make happen. Even got pretty rough with some pretty good sized rolling waves. I'm fishing main lake stuff, shad spawn, shell beds. When that main lake gets you churning, you earn it. But that is just what we did today. Today was May 1st. McFarland fishing starts evening twilights in May. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I offer an evening twilight trip. Today was the first one of those. What that means is that I had a full day trip from daylight to 3:30. And then took on another group, went back out till dark, 4 till dark, basically. I'm pretty tired, but I'm still going to give you the rundown. Here we go. Water temperatures. They're starting to get up there and they start to stay up there, and that's what I want. The hotter it gets, the higher the metabolism. Remember, this is a cold-blooded creature, so the hotter it gets, the higher the metabolism, the more frequently it has to eat. Eventually, in the 80-degree water, it's going to eat 2 and 3 times a day. Bingo. That makes for better fishing. Water temperature at the end of the day, 71 degrees. Winds, big winds, keep churning it. So she's warming very slowly. We're still behind probably at least 4 to 5 degrees from regular seasonal temperatures. Lake clarity. Baby, I always talk about my 2 favorite colors, Lake Fork green or gunmetal blue. Most of the time you're going to see gunmetal blue in the fall. Right now, we want to see that Lake Fork green. It's already coming back rapidly, even with the winds. The main lake, now remember, everything I'm talking about is main lake. Surface temperatures, main lake subsurface. Clarity, it's Lake Fork green now, baby. Right about the power lines in the main lake on the west side, Lake Fork green. I'm loving it. It's probably a foot and a half of visibility. The lake level, 402.91 this morning. 402.88 when we came off. That's nothing. Yes, there's a little bit of drop, but that's generally what they call rate of flow. Maybe a little municipal use. Nothing. No effects on the fish and not from gates open. All of that stuff, good. Good to go right there. Let's tell you about the trips. This morning I had Ryan and Nick. They did pretty fair. We had about a dozen fish, not quite, but we had a 6-pounder, multiple 4 to 5 pounders, and quite a few healthy cookie cutters. What did we catch those fish on, you ask? I'm going to make it quick because this Sunday I'm going to do a McFarland's Corner. And in that corner, I will get into much more depth on rods, reels, line, how we actually work the bait, more details in the journal to help you understand what exactly we were doing to catch the fish. I'm going to go through it pretty quick. You've already heard it. The Vixen, all week long, been throwing that Vixen. The Vixen, big bass fell victim to that today. One of the bigger bass, okay, one of our 6-pounders fell victim to that. I love that bait. It calls them up. It's not like a one knocker. It's not like the Zara's saltwater spook. That has a knock. This has a shk, shk with a knock. So, whatever reason, the Vixen calls up the big bite. This morning, they weren't eating the top water real well. There was shad flying out of the water. It was obvious they were chasing. Occasionally, they would boil. We just couldn't get them to bite that top water. What did we do, you say? Folks, it's about that time you're going to hear me saying Santone. In fact, last year when the jig bite got so good, I came in here one day so happy that I was singing, "Big fish eating that Santone jig, doo-dah." And that's what Santone does to me. I love the product. The best handmade right here in the US of A, not in China. Thank you, Santone, for what you do. This morning, the object was to take a Santone swim jig. Okay, this is a real light swim jig. I believe this version if I am right here, it is going to be, I'm not sure to have the exact, the 3/16, no, 5/16. So this is a 5/16. Mean green is the color. I put on a Smash Tech Smash Tail Junior as a trailer, okay? And the whole deal was to burn it. Put the rod up high, cast past the shad spawn, and burn it through it fast as you can. Don't let the fish see it enough and recognize it enough. It's a shit or get theory. Sorry to curse on camera. Shit or get. They're either going to eat it or they're not. So burning the Sandtone 5/16 swim jig did some pretty decent damage. We had to grind, folks. The wind made it a grind. But we stayed the course. So there was a few other things that we caught some fish on. I do want to tell you, as always, the Pro Series Sandtone football jig caught the biggest fish of the day. That bait right there, today we were throwing it in peanut butter. PB&J, really. Peanut butter and jelly was the color. Rage Craw Lobster, green pumpkin. Caught the biggest fish of the day. Caught quite a few fish on the Sandtone football piglet. The weight on this piglet that I like to throw is the 5/16 again. What did I put on it? I put on the Magnum Trickworm, watermelon seed, and dip the tail chartreuse. This is a stand-up shaky head. Okay, so it has a flat football-like surface, football head but with a flat surface. So she stands straight up on the bottom. It's like a fish, head down, busy feeding. I throw this and drag it uphill. The reason that I drag this uphill is because if you just look at my arm, if I'm out and cast up, the bait's going to roll down that incline. If I put the boat on top and I drag uphill, that flat surface allows that bait to literally climb little at a time and constantly stay head down as I pull it uphill. I will give you a lot more detail in this Sunday's McFarland's Corner about how we actually use these baits. The cadences, which are the speed of the topwater. Was it a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1? Was it a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2? Those are cadences. So this Sunday, please watch for McFarland's Corner. I haven't done a corner in a few weeks. The COV's kind of thrown me off just a little bit with cancellations and whatnot, but we've been back really consistent fishing. The bookings are awesome. I've got a couple days in May. May 9th is a Saturday. Can't believe I have that day open. If you're available, you want to come fishing on Lake Fork in May 9th. Call me. You're missing out if you don't. It will not last. But basically, guys, this Sunday, I will do a long, extravagant McFarland's Corner, a full journal, a full topic, and maybe if I'm lucky, I can see if I can get a special guest here. Be the first special guest this year. So that concludes today's rundown. Sure appreciate y'all watching. Love you when you run into me on the lake and you tell me thank you for the rundown, thank you for everything you do, Mike. Man, right back at you even more. 10-4. I think I love you more for watching than you could ever love me for teaching you something, a little old stinky fisherman that I am. So thank you again for following, being so faithful to me. I love sharing with you. God bless you all. Stay healthy. And I hope that somebody catches more fish. I'm Michael McFarland, giving you the Lake Fork Daily Rundown for May 1st, 2020.